I've been reading Anna Karenina for a few days now, and I mean, I'm almost halfway done, but don't get me wrong, this is a great book. This is, I would say, the best classic I've read so far, but I just feel like I need a little bit of spice, so boom! Monkey Taming by Judith Fathallah. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but we are going to read this book. Yes. So I joined the book club, and apparently there are 2 books to read for this month, and now I'm going to the library to get those books. I have 10 days to finish reading them, and I guess I'll do my best, but let's just get them. Hi, how have you been? It's been quite crazy lately. I've been taking a little break from reading and stuff, but I managed to finish reading Monkey Taming by Judith Fathallah, and this book was very, very well written, and it was very intriguing, but I think it might be quite triggering for some, so just be aware if you have an eating disorder, or if you are in some way depressed or have something going on, then perhaps it's not the best book for you to read. The whole story kind of started with this. As we left Atlantis, my mom started to describe this wail of a woman she'd seen at the side of the pool. She was sitting there with this picnic basket, and she just kept eating out of it, her hand going back and forth, sandwich, sandwich, piece of cake. She wanted to stop, but she couldn't. You could tell she wanted to stop because she kept closing the lid as if to say, okay, that's enough now. But then 5 minutes later, she opened it up again. Then the daughter came out of the pool to eat, and was the daughter fat? I interrupted. Well, she was alright, I suppose, but she looked as though she could be going that way, Mom replied. Fatter than me? I wanted to know. Yes, fatter than, well, maybe she was like you, I scolded. So, I looked as though I could be going that way too, didn't I? And then the author wrote, I hope this book will encourage so-called normal people to take a second look at those dubbed problematic and shoved surreptitiously to the outskirts of society, regarded as useless, troublesome, even wicked. I hope it will help generate awareness of the traumas that have caused such people to behave the way they do, and of the light often concealed by the shadow of mental illness. And I think this book actually might help to do that, because if you read it and if you actually try to understand what's going on in them, and that it isn't that easy, that it's not just, oh well, perhaps you could just eat, or perhaps you could just not be sad, or perhaps you could just, I don't know, not hurt yourself, right? And then the book club pick for June and July was The Six of Crows duology. Which consists of The Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I managed to only finish Six of Crows, and honestly I'm very, very grateful I joined the book club and actually decided to get these books, because I wouldn't have picked these up myself, but they were surprisingly very, very entertaining and I like them. The Six of Crows is about a criminal gang in this fantasy world where some people have powers. Those people are Grecias, and then there are these normal people as well. And then this medicine is about to kind of get released into the world. Jordaparam is the name of the medicine, and that medicine makes the Grecias very powerful, very dangerous, and also very, very addicted to that drug. And the criminal gang is then hired to break into a jail, kind of, or the ice court, to take the scientists that made Jordaparam with them so that somebody could hide the scientist from the world. I also started reading The Diary of a Young Girl by Annie Frank with my boyfriend, and it's so weird to think that these are somebody's actual thoughts, somebody's actual diary, and that this person existed and that she could have been my grandma. It's also refreshing to read that some of her thoughts are the same that I've had, and that some of the family problems and stuff like that are similar to mine, and to just think that she is me, I could have been her, this could have been my diary, this could have been anybody's diary, and anybody could have gone through the things she went through. It's also interesting to think that she probably had no idea that her diary would get so popular that everybody basically would know her name, would know who she is, because she was just another young girl shoved